So I like watching those Wired tech support videos where an expert answers questions in their field, and every now and then they get a linguist. But I have a problem with this video. My problem is the example he uses.
Some linguists did a study. In Spanish, a bridge is puente, which is masculine, and Spanish speakers tended to describe the picture they saw as big and strong. But when they showed the same picture to German speakers, for whom bridge is Brücke, which is feminine, those speakers tended to say that the bridge was beautiful or elegant.
There's one big problem with that study. It doesn't exist. Or more accurately, it probably was done, but it was never published. And the thing that people end up citing when they refer to that article is something else. What most people end up citing is this journal chapter from 2003. And in it, they cite and describe this study that they did in 2002. And this page right here is the exact thing that the guy in the video is talking about, where they cite themselves again and talk about the descriptions of pictures. And it's worth noting that they also cite themselves a third time, fourth time, a fifth time, a sixth time, a seventh time, and an eighth time. So 8 times in this 2003 journal chapter, they cite this previous study that they did in 2002. And here is that citation in their works cited at the end. Manuscript submitted for publication. So this hasn't even been published. If you find this interesting and want to learn more, I've actually uploaded a long form YouTube video that goes into a lot more detail. By the time you're seeing this, it's gone public and you can find the channel at Prof. Woody Mr. Ford. A lot of people copy this citation when they talk about it, or they're actually citing this, which just describes it and is not the actual study itself. If you look it up, this is all you will find. 2 results on Google Scholar, the same thing from 2002 and again from 2005, but they're just citations. You cannot find the actual article or the study. Luckily, because this is actually a pretty in-depth description of the experiment they did, other people were able to replicate it. But what they haven't been able to replicate are these results. Some studies have been able to replicate the results of this part, where they basically created gender categories for English. And they did use more masculine adjectives to describe words that were in the same noun class as boys. But they have just a handful of words here. So it's not like a full natural language where there would be potentially thousands of words in the same class. And if you look at actual gender classes in real languages, in Spanish, you have a word like masculinidad, which means masculinity, which is feminine. So it should be pretty clear that grammatical gender is really just noun classes. It just so happens that a lot of European languages tend to put words like boy, man, and male in one class, while they have words like girl, woman, and female in another class, and as such end up calling them masculine and feminine in response to that. But in reality, these inanimate objects aren't put into these categories because they seem more masculine or feminine. And the word gender comes from the same source as the word genre. It basically just means a type of thing. It was never meant to describe things that are the same as human gender. So this video is still really great. I just think that was a really bad example to use. If you want to learn more about relativity, I have this whole playlist on TikTok, as well as some videos that show up in these playlists, as well as this long form YouTube video that mentions it, as well as how accurate is all the science in the movie Arrival, and then this video, which is pretty much entirely about relativity.